Hey guys, it's MMOHut here for MMOHut.com. Today I'm going to do a first-person gameplay video for Eligium, a free-to-play MMORPG published by Frogster. I'll spend about 20 minutes or so. I'll check the game out. I'll make some comments. If you guys want to learn more about Eligium or you want to read the full review, do check out the link below at MMOHut.com. And so I'm just going to jump right into this. Go ahead and start creating my character. Since being published by Frogster, Frogster is also the company behind Runes and Magic, as well as the upcoming publishing rights for Terra, which is actually a pay-to-play game, but it is pretty look forward to, and a lot of people I do know about that. So it's the same company publishing Terra online in Europe. So let's go ahead and get right into this. We have 5 different classes and I believe 4 different races here. As you can see, the Druid, which allows characters to turn into Druid forms. The Fighter, which I believe is also a Panda. And one thing I need to mention is that it looks like the races are actually combined with the classes. So it is gender or race locked. So you pick a certain race and that is the race for that particular class. So as a Panda here, I can be a Fighter, which is like a melee, long range and short range melee attacker. We have, of course, the Mage, a Hunter. And the Hunter actually looks pretty awesome here, as you can see here. The female Hunter has a nice bow, and the male Hunter has this giant gun. So I have actually gotten a chance to actually look at some of the classes beforehand, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick let's go with a Hunter, a male Hunter, because I like the giant weapon he's got there. I mean, look at that thing. This thing is huge, and he has a shield, which you don't see a lot with Hunters, so I'm going to go ahead with that. So let's name him Smunkava here. Now, one thing I don't like, and this may just be because it's an open beta, but there is no actual, I don't see any actual ability to customize your class as far as facial features, your looks, your height, etc. It looks pretty locked, and that may change when it comes into the actual full release, but as for now in open beta, there are no options to change your facial features. So it looks like it's gender and facial locked, or look locked. So as far as faction goes, you have 2 factions you can choose from, Glorious Empire and Holy Kingdom. I don't actually know the difference between the two, but I'm going to go with Glorious Empire because it looks like it's the bad between the two. This one's all gold, Glorious looks like a little bit more sinister. Now, one thing that is very unique towards Eligium is the ability to choose this virtue. And a virtue is like a stat bonus that occurs whenever you party up with other people which have different virtues. For example, if I hover over Bravery here, it says when you're teaming with a player with the virtue of Devotion or Honor, you can get an effective increased physical damage or increased life renew. So they actually work off each other depending on what your other group mates actually have, which makes for interesting dynamics once you actually start the game and group up, I assume, for dungeons, raids, etc. like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start the game now. I need to select a virtue. I'm going to go ahead and go with Justice. This looks pretty interesting. Go ahead and create the game, create a new character. There we go. So I'm a male Hunter, level 1. Start off not too bad looking. My hair color actually changed from when the game started. Entering PK mode. Do you agree to abide by the rules? I have no idea what the rules are. I'm just going to say yes and assume that I can't kill people at level 1. So let's see, I'm going to go to line 1. Now I have to mention that the game still isn't beta like I've said before, so some of the actual text may not be actually finalized, meaning that the grammar isn't right for English, etc. like that. I also need to point out that this is the European version of Eligium. The US version, their US release hasn't been announced yet. Frogster is handling at least the EU version, which is what this is right here. So you may run into people speaking different languages, etc. like that. Welcome to the continent. Since your first time, would you like some guidance? I'll skip guidance for now. And it looks like you can always change the camera angle at the minimap in the game. So this is kind of cool. You can change the actual camera angle so that it remains fixed or open. I'm going to go with this standard 3D mode, which is typical for MMORPGs. But you can also have like a 2.5D mode and a 2.8D mode. Alright, I didn't know there was such thing as a 2.8. Alright, so let's go ahead and click there. So here I have my character, and I can use the WASD keys, of course, to move around, and use my mouse to actually click to go somewhere, as well as right click to actually look around as well. And I have to say the graphics actually look pretty amazing here. The game being, a fairly new release, I don't know how actually long it's been out overseas, but, fairly new release, as you can see, the graphics are pretty nice. And am I naked? I'm actually naked when I actually look behind a building there, which is pretty funny. I need to go get a female character and look behind that building. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk to this guy here. Side Origin, welcome to Magic World 2. I'll take you on a tour through this magnificent world. The holiness of the temple has been tainted by monsters. Novice instructor Lisa asks you to go find glory something something, who guide you here and get out of this tainted place by following his instructions. Whoa, guys, look at that difficulty. That is like off the charts difficulty. And why are they sending me on something that difficult to start with? I mean, I just assume that the more stars you have, the more difficult the actual quest becomes. And Jesus Christ, that's like 15 stars. That is crazy. Alright, but we're going to accept it anyway because we're going to get ballsy here. And it looks like we got to go meet up with this person here. So in improve efficiency when completing quests, click on the glorious emissary Solana to automatically move to that point. So much like a lot of other MMOs, if you click on a particular character, you'll actually be taken to that spot. So I'm clicking here, and it's not taking me here. But you know what? I probably have to actually click down below. So if I click here, yeah, there we go. Click on that, I'm actually taken to that NPC right there automatically, which is really nice, especially if you don't know exactly who that person is. Just helps out in the questing experience. And one thing Eligium actually touts itself on being very painless to level. They don't say there's a lot of grind in the game, it's basically based around the story. So it touts itself as not being a grind MMO, but we'll actually see how well that actually lives up to its name. But let's see here. Alright, so we're going to complete the side origin quest. Looks like we get some ancient secret scrolls, which allows us to have more powerful magics. So we're going to complete that. Looks like breakthrough. Alright, so we need to kill 5 bloodburst barrages. These monsters appear in the temple. It looks like the protection screen cannot hold for long. So we need to kill 5 of those. Alright, I can get 10 gold, 65 experience, and 10 prestige. I'm not really sure what prestige does, but let's go ahead and accept that quest. And let's see, you can use the skills in the hotbar to attack or pick up items. Tab automatically selects next target. Alt automatically selects item on the ground. Spacebar to auto loot. So it's nice having an auto loop option. I don't actually have to right click on anything to actually auto loot it. I can just hit my spacebar and I'll automatically pick up the items as well. So I can actually bring up my bag by hitting B. Oh, that's a nice spell there. It looks like an ice shards. I can bring up my bag by hitting B and actually look and see what I have. Looks like I have a beginner's bow that I can actually use. Oh man, for a beginner's bow, that's actually pretty badass. Look at that. Also, look, I'm naked. But yeah, the beginner's bow is actually pretty awesome. And let's see here. It looks like at level 2 I can put on a pirate costume, which is awesome as well. And I do get a level 1 skill, which I just learned. So it looks like the skill was actually in my pack there. So I can bring up my skills by hitting K. And as you can see, you can combat dexterous shot. Looks like deals 100 physical damage plus 6 decided divine damage to a single target. And it looks like it also gains additional abilities, etc. upon leveling up, much like other MMOs. Other damage, rather. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire off one of my skills. I am an archer here, so I can actually do my range attacks. And it is much like a traditional MMO in that you do just click on the skill, and it kind of just auto-attacks in the meantime here. One thing though, I've noticed that there doesn't seem to be any kind of ammo that I have to actually pick up. Oh, that guy goes down there, and I can hit spacebar there to actually auto pick up the loot, which is my guy running right over here. So I'm hitting spacebar, it's not actually picking up, but I also have the skill down here I know that can hit, and that will pick up the gold as well. Alright, so I need to get 4 more. So I'm going to just hit 2 here again, and whoa, okay, 2. There we go. I was hitting F2. But yeah, so you just, basic standard attacks. One thing I do like is though is if you ever played some MMOs that have like a hunter class, they have like a minimum range that you can actually fire your weapon as a hunter rather, and so it actually is nice to see that you can fire it up point blank. I don't have to keep kiting them around if I want to. Finish battle experience of minus duck. I have no idea what that means. That text may not be completely incorrect. It may actually change, once the game actually goes in full release. But right now, it looks like finish battle experience of minus be killed by physical damage. Alrighty. So let's see. It looks like there's nothing really I should know right now for that. One thing I will point out is if I hit my mini-map here while I'm fighting that, you can see all of the NPCs in this area as well as other NPCs of interest. And then you can also filter it by quest to actually see exactly where a quest is to be completed. So once I complete this quest, I'll probably have to move over here, and I can just click on the mini-map there to actually do that. So I'm just going to continue just clicking here, killing these guys here. What are these? Bloodthirst mirages. They don't look really like mirages. Kind of like, I don't know, centaurs, I guess you could say. Or big, just fat, cows, etc. It's kind of funny, though, to see the MMO with the panda. I know that WoW is going to be coming out with a expansion with pandas. So it's kind of like you get your panda fix a little bit early here by playing in Eligium. You'll be able to play with these pandas here. And the fighter class, they have the big staffs there. And I did get level 2. So I can actually put on my pirate costume here. And look at that. I am a pirate. And I'm pretty sure this is just because it's open beta. And they're just giving people gifts as well as experience bonuses so people can see other portions of the thing. It looks like it completed the quest though. Get out of the temple and report to glorious emissary Solana. So I can click on that, and that will automatically take me there. And these mobs here, much like a lot of mobs in the beginning MMOs, don't actually attack you unless you attack back, which I find pretty funny because it looks like they're actually invading, and you're just like running past them like, oh, you know, it's fine. You know, just don't mind me in the pirate costume. I'm just gonna run out of here, no problem whatsoever. That's a swirly thing underneath that guy. Alright, so it looks like I'm going right up here into the flaming plains. Not just the plains, the flaming plains. Alright, so tip, click the player's name, something something. Alright, finish beginners / explore the Temple of Wart. Alrighty, so I'm going to click on this guy. So what's kind of cool is that before you actually finish your quest, it will actually have an emote above the quest giver's head, allowing you to actually notice that, hey, there's a quest here I need to complete, and you can quickly go over there, you know, in case you didn't know exactly where you needed to go. So this kind of adds a little immersion to the game, as well as just help. Let's see, you must be strong to come out alive. The following quests are tough. Be prepared. Well, that had a, you know, difficulty level of like 1 billion stars, so I'm kind of curious to see how many stars. Look, here are 1 billion stars again. So go look for guide cover. Let's start at NPC, and then I need to end at him. Alright, so I'll bring that up. I'll just click on here, and taken right to him. No problem. He was right here. I probably could have just saw that by looking on the screen. Alright, so looks like I'll get some premium short boots if I get this. Go look for guard. Any NPC guard. So it's kind of funny that they have the name guard. They don't actually give it like a full name. Like, you know, they don't give like guard Michael or guard, you know, Serapho or something like that. It's just guard. You know, they army, they don't care about them. They just name guard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so let's get this. And I'm going to get the boots as well as everything else. And it looks like I am now level 3. So this is a side quest. As you can see, it's put side guards recommendation. Raid Beast Club. I need to kill 7 Raid Beast Club as well as get a recommendation letter and a Hunter's Mark level 1, which looks like a skill book. So you actually get skills here from completing quests. So it's good not to skip over some quests because you will get abilities. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get those abilities by other means, but of course having an ability early on in the game as best as possible would be actually really nice to do. Alright, so let's see if I can put these boots on. Put the finished blue dress man of shoes. Alrighty then. And as you can see, I have a recommendation letter. I can also have like an item gift pack here, as well like Magic World 2 growth level pack. This can be used 30 times. And let's see here, a feather. So just different things, you know, as well as ancient scrolls, you know, increase your magic damage. This stuff here, I imagine it's just all for the open beta stuff. Whoa, it looks like I can pick up gold. I can go here, push spacebar, and can I pick up this gold? Can I? Looks like I'm kind of picking up, but I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. So I have to kind of mash this a little bit. I'm curious to see why it's taking me so long to actually pick that up. Maybe there's a little bit of lag. I don't know. Alright, so let's come out here. So these guys are killing raid beast clubs. Why are we beating up on little cubs? They're like not even doing anything. I don't even understand why we're attacking these clubs. I mean, it's like they're just tiny little things, you know, not really doing anything. They're raid beast clubs though, so maybe that has something to do with it. Alrighty here. So kill this guy right there. How many of these do I have left? I need 7 of these, so I just killed 1. So that's kind of a bummer. You know, there's so many people around there that when you tag a mob, if you weren't the first one to actually tag it, it looks like, you won't get a kill. You won't get a actual kill. So yeah, I didn't get a kill off on that one. So it's going to take a lot of time, seeing as there are a ton of people around here. And do I have any more skills that I actually have unlocked? No, I have not. As you can see though, here we have our combat skills. This one will fill up, you know, we have level 1 combat skills up to level V or level 5. We have our professions here, and then we have our basic things like attack, place, remove shapeshifting, etc. So remove shapeshifting, that's something that seems like it's more towards the druid class, which it can actually shapeshift. I don't actually think that's something that you can actually use for a hunter, but you know, that may be something you could do. There is maybe perhaps an ability that I can actually shapeshift into. Your mana is almost used up. Quickly use a mana potion. So I can hit F2 here and actually chug a mana potion there, and I will gain bonus mana regeneration. Or actually, yeah, just bonus mana in general. So just, you know, give me full mana. Look at all these people in pirate costumes. Pretty funny. Alright. So I'm firing through the ground here. These arrows are super strong. Just go through that clay. Nothing. Not bad at all. So, let's see here. I see a lot of, I don't actually see a lot of phantoms. I would assumed I've seen quite a lot of phantoms. We see a lot of archers though. It looks like some druids as well as some warriors. Let's see here. Raid Beast Club. Come on. I need 4 more of you. So far, you know, nothing too crazy. Cowards, come get out here. What is this guy? Dark Footman. Wow, he just got destroyed, but alright. Why did he come and try to take on like 50 of us? I don't know. These Ray Beast Clubs take more damage than those things do, and those things look much more badass and like hard to take out. So one thing I wanted to mention is that at a certain level you actually get to specialize. So you start with the typical levels here, and then you can branch off into different actually subgroups or subclasses. I believe for the hunter you get one with a pet class, as well as one that's more of just straight up damage from your attacks. And you know, from there I believe you can also specialize one time more at level 30. And at level, it looks like I ran out of my normal attack. So I'm curious, if I ran out of my normal attack, can I just like hit attack? Yeah, okay, so I can just hit one and actually attack with basic attacks. I don't have to use my skills to actually use my bow. So that's a really nice feature. So while this one dexterous shot does extra damage, I can still just auto attack mobs, no problem here. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. I'm actually seeing everybody else's combat attacks and not just my own. I'm sure there's a way that you can actually fix that, but it's kind of interesting to see how much damage everybody's doing in comparison to your own. Alright, so there's more wolves. Let's see what we got around here. Let's see. So this world is a 3. This isn't a like this is not a dungeon-based MMO. You don't actually go into a main dungeon. This is an open world MMO, meaning that you do run around and you do actually go and look for quests in other areas. It's not, there's no central hub or anything like that. There are, I assume, you know, your central towns that you actually live in, you know, for each faction. But there is not a need to actually pick up everything and then go into a portal-like area per area. There may be dungeons, of course, but the game touts itself as being an open MMO. So I'm just using tab here to try to find these beast clubs. It's practically impossible right now to actually find a beast club that hasn't been tagged by some other mob. And it looks like I finally got one. So I need one more, guys. I just need one more raid beast club. These guys are going to be extinct by the time that we finish them. It's kind of funny. I can't actually spacebar to jump. So I am, you know, there are no jump options, which is pretty common in a lot of MMOs, not the ability to jump. I do like having the ability to jump, though, to get over obstacles, etc. Plus, if I just want to explore on my own, having jump is invaluable. Alright, so let's kill this guy here. Critical, 13, not bad. And there we go. So we now have 7. I'm not going to go ahead and pick up this stuff here. I'll go pick it up later on. And now we need to give to Captain Norman. So I'm going to click on that right there. It goes to automatically go to Captain Norman. And what is this? Can I actually go inside of this? Fairyland. Maybe that's where we should go afterwards. I'll leave that be right now. Go and turn on this class. But we should probably check out what Fairyland is. Alright, so down here, as you can see your skills. You can also see your backpack as well as your character inventory. You actually see everything that it looks like for the character to place this items on. You can also hide or show the costume. So the costume is something you can show independently of the rest of your stuff. You have your quest log and the soul circle, which is something that I believe unlocks at level 30, allowing you to actually combine and get better skills and better adjustments or basically augmentations to your base skills. Alrighty there. So we have, of course, the guild interface, the social, which is your friends, and there's going to be a mall as well. So there's going to be some in-game mall settings where you can actually buy items in-game. I assume like experience boosts as well as just skins, etc. like that, or costumes rather. Alright, so let me talk to this guy here. Can I talk to you? Spunky, now you've left the letter of recommendation. What are you waiting for? Fight in the battle. Well, I need to talk to you first. There we go. Complete skills. And I'll get Hunter's Mark level 1 as well as premium short handguards. So I'm going to complete this quest here. And I'm going to join the battle. Alright, so I need raid beast clubs this time. Or cubs, not clubs. And I'll get trousers. So I'm curious, is this the same mob I'm going to be fighting? Let's see here. Let's first go ahead and learn and put on my new gloves, as well as learn my Hunter's Mark. Let's see, Hunter's Mark. Let's see here. Oh, requires level 4. Alright. So we're almost level 4. It looks like we need to kill one mob. I will go ahead and kill a mob so that we can actually see exactly what happens. Bloodthirsty's Raid Beast Club. I wonder if that's actually a player's pet that he like tamed or something and we killed it. Because it said Bloodthirsty's Raid. Huh. It'd be pretty funny if that was somebody's pet. You know, it does say that there can be open PK. And can I attack you? Nope. Alright, so now I do have a new skill. As you can see, it's circling right there. I'm going to go ahead and learn Hunter's Mark level 1. And I'm going to bring up this, and where it is, there's Hunter's Mark. Deals damage to a target and marks the wounded area of the target's body, dealing 50 physical damage plus strength divine damage with extra 14 for 60 seconds. Alright, so let's see exactly how this works out. And let's go find some raid beast clubs. So yeah, these are raid beast clubs. So it looks like I have to kill 10 more of these clubs. So they're tout to saying that they're not going to be a grind MMO. I kind of find that hard because, you know, this is only like the 3rd or 4th quest that I've done, besides those that actually just go travel. And it is killing the same, you know, beast. I haven't moved on to actually doing other stuff. I'm just killing more of the same beast now, which is kind of disappointing because, you know, you always want to try to fight newer things. You know, let's go ahead and go through this fairyland, see what it's like right there, and then we'll see if we can't find something more interesting to look at. Alright, so fairyland. Can I click there? Lead the rallying point of Darkmoon Raid Beast Club. Do you want to enter? Yes. Alrighty, so that's pretty cool. I have to say the graphics are really top-notch in this game. I mean, it's running very smoothly here, and as an MMO, I mean, look at this expansive interface. I mean, expansive area. It's quite nice. It's not the best graphics I've seen for an MMO, as far as like free-to-play MMO recently. There has been some better ones. I do, you know, Aeon, which is now going free-to-play, wasn't free-to-play to begin with, has some pretty top-notch graphics. But I have to say, for a game that originally started out as free-to-play, it does have some pretty supreme graphics that I'm enjoying quite a lot. Hey, look, and these beast clubs are right here. All those people fighting in there. I could just go to Fairyland out here, take these guys out. All right, so let's use the 3rd ability here. And it looks like I put a mark on that person. As you can see, there's the top mark right there. These guys do look to be attacking me, though. I don't know why, but yeah. So, all right, so I can put a mark on this guy here. So there are, I have seen, if you haven't seen some of the gameplay or combat so far, 20 monsters I've killed. I've killed 20 monsters, so which is pretty cool. It kind of like tracks how many monsters I've killed in general, which allows me to kind of see these, you know, nice pat on the backs. But yeah, the actual graphically, the graphics of the actual abilities are pretty nice. I have seen some pretty crazy abilities in some trailers, so I'm actually curious to see exactly how well this is. And this is another player. Can I actually attack this player? No, I cannot. I was wondering when, like, you know, when there's open PK, one thing this game touts is like having great PvP. So they say that there's like 100 versus 100 realm battles or faction battles, which for you guys that really are into PvPing in games and MMOs, this game does have a large variety of features for PvP. So it's not primarily a PvE game. It also has a lot of different aspects of PvP into it, which will make it good for those of you who you know, love doing that PvP. I believe there's also like battle instances as well as just like open world PK or open world PvP as well, which is nice to see. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this one club right there. You know, guys, I'm probably gonna end this for now. If you guys do want to learn more about Eligium, or if you want to read the full review, you can check out the link below at MMOHut.com. As always, this has been Spunkify. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. Otherwise, this is Spunkify out.